Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Miles. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I focus on providing my clients natural solutions in the areas of prevention, digestive health, as well as kidney function. And today I have a special guest, and she is one of my clients. Her name is Nicole, and I just wanted to help everyone to see what are some of the things that can be expected from working with a naturopathic doctor like myself. So Nicole, I think you have a fabulous story and have achieved some really great results. So can you tell the people who are listening, what were some of the issues you came to me for?
Well, hello, everyone. Initially, I was in search of someone to, aid in a more natural approach to treating my thyroid, my hypertension, and some other issues I had been dealing with. And so I had been dealing with high blood pressure with numbers that were unrealistic. And when I say unrealistic, I mean well over 140, 150. I've even hit 200s at times. And thyroid levels that were off the charts. And I was dealing with insomnia, fatigue, all kind of issues. And I was just in search of something that would actually treat me without all of the side effects from prescription medications.
Awesome. And what did you come to a naturopathic doctor? What were kind of your expectations as just starting out? What were you kind of expecting to gain from this experience?
Well, I was hoping to gain, I guess my expectation was to feel better. And I've been dealing with all of these issues for over 15 years. And I've tried so many medications and with the different side effects, and nothing just really worked. It was just okay. It was just trial and error. And so I have so many issues. And then with the side effects that they have, I just needed something that wouldn't give me those side effects.
Awesome. And can you tell everyone what the results were that you experienced? And you can talk about what happened in the first 30 days and then what's happened over this past 6 months. And I think it's great that you said, you've been dealing with this for 15 years. And so I think it's good for people to see what is possible within 30 days, within 6 months, just, regardless of how long the issue has been around.
Well, first off, my results were awesome. They were amazing results. First off, I wasn't expecting the results that I got in 30 days. That right there was just awesome all by itself. Well, at first we did with the detox and the body cleanse. I think that was the beginning of everything. Just the overhaul of cleaning out the toxins and everything else. And so we would know where to start. And I guess what kind of platform we had to work with. So for one, my weight went from 183 to 173. Yeah, I'm too sexy for TV right now. And so, and my blood pressure went from being in stage 2 and 3 hypertension to being normal numbers from 115 over 76 and 120 over 70, numbers I hadn't seen since I was probably in my early 20s. And as far as the thyroid levels, they went from being like a 3.8 something to a 0.83. And for me, that's a big deal because a lot of the fatigue and the just feeling, oh my goodness, just dragging out of bed every morning. Even after I've slept 8 hours, I still just feel exhausted. So the energy I had afterwards, I just felt great. My skin had a glow and still kind of has one. But even in addition to that, I came to Dr. Miles, not knowing of another underlying issue that I had that was undiscovered until I found Dr. Miles. So a lot of the issues that I was dealing with as far as the being exhausted and being tired and just a lot of the dark eye, under circles, a lot of stuff that I had going on, we discovered that I had a low functioning kidney problem. Didn't know anything about that. Had gone untreated, unknown for months. I've been to primary care physician after primary care physician. Even when they discovered that my kidney was functioning kind of on the low side, they didn't give me the feedback that would actually help me. It was just more so as, okay, well, drink a little bit more water and we'll check it out in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. And that's not the route I want to go, because I drink enough water every day. So if you tell me to drink more water, then I'll probably be like a horse at a pond somewhere. So it was just, yeah, so no, that wasn't it. But thankfully enough, Dr. Miles actually delved a little bit deeper into what I had going on. And she actually took her time and looked at the numbers and explained to me what a GFR was. Something I had no idea, no clue whatsoever. But because of that, I was able to kind of reverse some things that could have been detrimental in the end. Because in those 30 days, my number count went from being a 79 to 89, went up 10 points. And that's amazing in 30 days. Mm-hmm. So had I waited those 4 weeks drinking water and went back to my primary care, who knows where my kidney function would have been by the time I got back. So thank you to my little miracle, as I call her. So yeah, overall, I feel great. And like I said, there were times where after the 30 days, I got a little excited, got kind of comfortable and kind of fell off a little bit. But, knowing the knowledge that I've already learned and what actually works, I know how to kind of get myself back on track if I need to.
Mm-hmm. And what were some of those symptoms that started? And let me just say this, let me backtrack and say with like a 3.07 with the thyroid, that's considered normal. But at the same time, that was your 3.07 with medication, right? And then we were able to drop it even further and start having the conversation, maybe now is the time to start talking with your physician about potentially adjusting the medication a little bit. And so it's sometimes people come to me wanting to get off medication, and this is more so the route that I take with them. It's like, let's do some work. Let's start to see the numbers improve, and then you can start having those conversations. And so now to fast forward to when you had a bit of the setback, what were some of the symptoms that you noticed were starting to return? And tell everybody like kind of what happened that kind of set you off, and then what we did to get back on track, and how long it even took you to get back on track, because I think that's also great for people to know too.
Okay, well, some of the symptoms that I noticed that returned were night sweats. I was having night sweats, and I got to the point again to where I started to feel exhausted again. Dragging as usual, kind of sluggish in the mornings and throughout the day, and not being as energetic as I was before. So in addition to that, it's just like the dryness of the skin. It was a lot of issues I had going on.
Puffiness came back too, right?
Puffiness back, it definitely did. It wasn't as severe as before, but it definitely came back, and I noticed it right away because I had gone a while without seeing it. So once it returned, it was noticeable right away. So some of the things that I did was, of course, reach out to Dr. Miles and give her this update. And I just kind of changed my diet up again, kind of got back on track with that, switched some things up. I went from eating the dairy, soy, gluten, and sugar, and just kind of wipe those things out. Not permanently, but it's rare now.
It's enough to keep the symptoms. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. To notice a difference in that.
Definitely. And let's see. Oh, and then with the plant-based diet too, that was a good thing. less meat and mostly the veggies and fruits and things of that sort. It definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, and we did that at a time where, we needed to change up because I had come in with one type of diet that I thought was going to be great for you, but we needed to change it per what was best for you at that time. And that's when we decided, okay, not just from economics, but also from a standpoint of what you were going to be able to sustain, what was going to be more consistent for you, and something that you would find a bit more doable. And so when we did that, it made a difference, and you were happy with what I created for you.
Very happy, and so are my pockets.
Yeah. So, and it didn't take it. I think I think after that visit, the very next visit, and I see my clients usually once a month. So again, within 30 days, you were right
Yeah,
back on track.
that seemed to be my magic number. Yeah.
And actually, that had happened not too long ago with another client. Had a bit of a setback. Within a month, he was back to where he was before, just
Yeah.
because he had the tools now to understand how to come back from that.
Right.
So, and then also in the course of this, we talked about primary care, your primary care physician, and what was your experience like with them before, and can you tell everybody what was the process that I helped you with in that?
Must we go here? Uh, well, I guess my experience with the primary care physician was one I had been dealing with for some time. It's just that the results that I was getting, the information that I was getting, the lack of information rather, and the thoroughness was not there. And so if I have concerns, they would only address them to an extent or address one or two of them. They pick and choose. But even with my disappointments, you were like, well, you know what? I do advise you, it will be wise to kind of, maybe you should try somebody else. I can refer you to someone, just letting me know that, okay, all primary care physicians are not the same.
Okay.
And so you did encourage me to try another one, and didn't go so well. But I didn't give up.
Right.
But yeah, so just kind of doing my research and trial and error. That's all. That should name this video trial and error. But after
Yeah.
the third try, I found someone that was very thorough, that was concerned and cared about my well-being and was very honest and informative about everything. So it was worth the research. I guess you could say that. I don't know about all the research. It was worth that.
Yeah, and it's it's just about getting that second opinion or that third opinion, and yeah, sometimes that makes all the difference. If you know something isn't right, or there's something else going on, and it seems like your doctor's being dismissive, go find another one who
Yeah.
will listen to what you're saying and will do the due diligence to find out what's going on. And as you can see, a lot of times I am part of my client's healthcare team. And a lot of times I'm referring them based off of the different things that I think they need. So that can include a primary care physician as well. So, so tell everybody, just kind of sum up, what have you learned through this process? Kind of think about where you were in the beginning and where you are now.
So 6 months ago, I was feeling pretty terrible. I'm like, okay, so I'm 40 and I feel like I am twice the age that I am. And I went from feeling just out of it and just not even wanting to get out of bed in the morning to feeling like, okay, you know what? It's not so bad. I can do this. But the thing that I learned is, first off, health is very important. And it's very important what you put in your body. and what you eliminate from your body.
Yes, it is both. Yes.
So for me, it was like a crash course. It was like, okay, let's get it done. Let's knock the wall down. Let's start rebuild the foundation, start over from scratch, and it helped. And there is definitely a benefit in putting the right things in your body. And the most importantly, I know that if I ever fell off again, or if something started to, look like it did 6 months ago, I know where to start from scratch. Even if I have to overhaul myself, I know that I can go back to square one and still get the end result will be great.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Nicole. I definitely appreciate you coming on and just letting the listeners know about your experience. And that's your situation is one that I think is very empowering. You put in the work, you got the results, and you know what to do going forward, and you also know how to advocate for yourself even better than before, and just navigate the healthcare system so that you can improve your health in the best way possible. So
Yes.
yes. All right. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, if anybody is have any questions for me, or you're ready to book a consultation, definitely go to drdevonmiles.com and schedule either a free 15-minute intro call, or dive in and schedule a consultation, and I'll be happy to work with you. And thank you again, Nicole. I appreciate your time.
You're so welcome, and thank you.